Okay, congratulations, Mike. That was a big win here in Milan. You went the distance, you got the unanimous decision. How are you feeling?
Um, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the finish. And not to make excuses, but he's quite a evasive fighter, and actually came in with a minor injury, nothing major, but it just inhibited my ability to move how I'd like to. So when I was catching him, I was having to try and catch him coming in. I couldn't rely so much on my footwork to shut him off as much as I would like. Also, having said that, there was a couple of shots I landed in the first round that I thought would have sat him down. Maybe knocked him out, but at least sat him down, but he wore them very well. Overall, all things considered, I'm happy with the performance. I feel like I saw everything that he did. Um, and yeah, the mistakes I picked up on myself, I watched the tape again, but the mistakes I picked up for myself were fairly minor. I felt like I controlled the fight well, saw every threat, and just that one thing I wasn't able to close him and push the action quite as much as I'd like.
So, like you say, yeah, you say you didn't get the finish, but in that third and final round, you really pulled out of the bag. You seemed to find an extra gear, put on a real show, and I don't think there was doubt in anyone's mind by the time that fight finished. Yeah, did you? Was that planned? Was that part of the game plan to step it up at the end if it went so far?
No, to be honest, my game plan was I thought he'd fall over in the first round, and then yeah, when I took him down, he was a little bit more wiry and then slippery than maybe I gave him credit. But yeah, when it's coming to the last round, I'd seen he had a bit of a scissor sweep and a kick out, which I had to be careful of. But yeah, in the third round, I was just trying to get the finish because I like to how that finishes basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was a really important return to form for you. You said in the week lockdown has been really good. You said you felt refreshed, reinvigorated. Did that feel so when you got in the cage?
Yeah, what I felt was my body felt sorry, barring what I said already, like I don't want to go on about it, but barring that, my body felt great. I felt like I got to the third round. I felt like I could do another two or three. Like my gas tank felt fine, which meant that I should have been pushing more. But yeah, and just my level of presence in the fight, I was happy with. I felt like my eyes were open. I could see everything. A couple of times I caught myself maybe leaning too far with my front foot, or a couple minor issues in my form, but I was present enough in the fight to correct them in real time, which was great. And also, yeah, it was a cool atmosphere, real quiet, to hear my coach having a conversation with my coach. So that was a nice bonus as well to experience.
Yeah, you say you could hear your coach directly. Would have been a very different story if your opponent had his home fans in. If he had the crowd behind him, do you think there would have been any difference to that?
Would it have been a different story? I don't think so. Maybe I'd have got more excited. Maybe I would have got the finish. I don't know. No, I don't think he would have. Like he wasn't there he wasn't there to make up the numbers. He tried to push the pace, but he didn't have answers. He didn't have answers for my selection of shots. I could see that he was cutting up. He was getting cut. He was getting bruised up, and just when he thought he was getting a hang of one shot, the other was coming from another angle, and he was getting caught with something else. So he was a bit. I feel I made him a bit jittery, but he was trying to push, but he just didn't have the answers.
Absolutely. Now it's an all middleweight main card tonight, and the middleweight division in Bellator is tense right now. You yourself have been very relaxed around the hotel this week, but there's been some tensions, little moments and things. How's that been for you? Are you phased by tonight's main card and how they're behaving?
Oh, how they're behaving? No, like it is what it is. Like I enjoy. I know you're talking about Fabian Edwards. He's a character. I'll say that much. But no, I just got to learn to enjoy him. Like him just fucking walking around with a scowl everywhere, and for me, it's a waste of energy, and I don't mind it. It's his thing. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the main card because it's no coincidence I'm coming event here. Those two guys messed up my 2019, and I want the winner. I feel like I deserve the winner of that fight, and then get back on track. Yeah, Fabian, I don't think he beat me last time. And Costello, that's an exciting fight. Like, who doesn't want to see that again? I mean, although I was on the wrong end of it, that was some of the most fun I've had in a cage. So I'll be happy to do that again.
Great stuff. Okay, and last one from me. So you mentioned you might like to, see what happens tonight. One of those guys again. Are you ready to go again soon? What do you want to happen next?
Yeah, like I said, next for me, I think the winner of the main event. I think that should be a main event itself, and yeah, that's it.